Welcome to Mindflow Radio.
Mindflow Radio.
She's Jalen.
And he's Monty.
So buckle your seatbelts and get ready to take a trip towards reality.
Which way is that?
I think it's both inwards and outwards.
Yeah, that's likely. All right, y'all. Welcome to November. The thick of Scorpio season.
2025.
The falling of the leaves. The composting of the season. The decay is upon us. And how are we going to work with that? I think, oofta, we've got a lot going on in the American culture, not even counting the global cultures, and it just seems like it's this global wide challenge for humanity. Mm-hmm. And it's just all over. And how do we look at that? How do we, instead of just choose a side, how do we back up and see the wholeness, the whole picture?
Analyze the entire situation.
Yeah.
You know, one way of doing that actually is to just think about the way evolution works. And it works in quantum leaps. And what that means is you could think of like a quantum leap as like a fault line. And the pressure builds. There's all this pressure building, but eventually there's movement. Mm-hmm. That's the quantum leap. It seems like in our culture, we're at this point of all this pressure is building.
Yeah, it is.
Building, and what's going to happen. None of us really knows what exactly is going to happen, but perhaps there's going to be a quantum leap in some direction or another. Mm-hmm. And so that's one way of analyzing the entire situation as it kind of explains why so many people are under pressure right now.
Yeah.
It's like people are pressurized.
Oh, yeah.
You know, a lot of people.
Yeah. In the collective, it's just this big soup of fear and anger right now.
A lot of it, not all of it, but a lot of it, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's like, you know, more than one realm, more than one layer, you know? Yeah. But I would say that it feels to me that a vast majority of humans, especially in our country, are all in that fear and or anger state, which are in many ways the same fuel.
Yeah.
And what I feel is an important consideration for this pressurized time.
Yes.
Is to really allow one's self to notice the emotional, the emotional ties to anything in specific. And to understand that the powers that be, so there's like two powers that be, right? There's the human powers that be that are pretend in charge, you know, with a government structure, whether it works or not. I'm not going to go into that.
Yeah.
But then there's the actual energetic in chargeness, you know, of the universe.
Okay, right.
And the cycles of gravitational forces of planets and asteroids and even other I can't think of all of the astronomical words I want to. The black holes themselves are their own gravitational force. You know, there's a lot going on that does not meet the eye. And if one human decides to choose a side, quote unquote, and will not allow themselves to back up and see the greater picture of these human powers that be that are literally vying for our energy, And if we were to not allow them to have our energy, would it continue?
Well, no. Well, they would be disempowered.
Right.
And what you're saying, the way I'm hearing what you're saying is there are two prevalent epicenters of power, and one of those is a man-made, human-made power of, politics and capitalism and social, all that stuff.
Yeah.
The other is the universal power, the universal force, and that force perhaps is the force of evolution, which doesn't always mean, full steam ahead. Sometimes human evolution means like you got to take a step back and have a setback, and it's more of in the realm of the ratchet effect, where you take 2 steps forward, 1 step back, 2 steps. But that the force of evolution seems to be at play. I mean, it's always at play too.
Right.
We need to remember that, and there's a lot of stress in our culture right now. And a lot of people just completely, freaking out.
On all sides, all fronts.
Yeah, right. Every which direction.
Pointing fingers.
Not everybody's like that either, though. But
Right.
I just want to say, this is still, we're way better off than we were during World War I or World War II, those times were, as far as human suffering, were much worse. Mm-hmm. And so maybe we are evolving slowly, and
right.
We just got to keep that in mind. It's this is way, and
but I do want to have a little bit of a point that goes with what you're saying.
Yeah.
And so there's this universal plan that is beyond human comprehension. But I have noticed, as a major astrology advocate and a student of the stars for many years, I have noticed that people tend to live out these gravitational forces of the planets and these meanings that we've put on them. Or did we put them on them, or did we decipher them? I'm not sure. But we are in this huge cycle of change according to the stars. And if the stars are pointing to it, my feeling is that these major divided parties are playing into the energy that is the force of evolution.
Sure.
But do we have to play into their carrying out of the story?
No.
Because there are alternatives.
Yes.
And because the loudness and the emotional weight that they put into their languaging and their propagandas, this causes us to take sides and point at each other, and we're basically the pawns of their game.
Right. If we
play into the game.
If we play the game, which means playing. What does playing the game mean? That means staring at the news. No matter what you're looking at, either side, whatever, you're still playing the game. But we can transcend that.
And part of the transcending that I have to say is, rather than wanting to take control, which is what we're being provoked into wanting to take control and basically wanting our side, if you have a side, to win.
Yeah.
And so then we're provoked into action that will help that side win.
Well, of course.
And my suggestion, and what I've learned through my studies, is that if you want to get your feet back under you and not just be a cog in the machine, you have to back up, be willing to see the whole story, and go into an observation mode only. without desiring to control, without desiring to push for a certain outcome.
Yeah.
It's like getting out of the river and sitting on the beach and being like, okay, the river's still flowing. It doesn't need me to flow. It's going to flow with or without me. And I can just enjoy the flow. I can just sit back and enjoy the flow.
So you're not giving up control. You're giving up
Their control of you.
Yes, and you're taking control. You're having agency over your own frequency, over your own thoughts, over your own mind. So you're actually gaining control.
Well, yeah, but it's really hard because in this culture we're told that we need to take action, or I don't remember the saying, like, we don't care if we're not taking action.
Well, there's been a saying that's been floating around for
decades.
Yes, and it's, if you're not angry, that means you're not paying attention.
Yeah.
Or something like that. And I remember hearing that like the first time, it was like over 30 years ago. And I was like, I don't buy it.
Yeah.
You know?
I don't buy it either.
Like, it sounds so manipulative.
So the true rebellion is to say, no more. You can't have me anymore. You can't have my energy.
Right.
I trust that if I back out, then I'm voting with my energy.
Yes.
And therefore, if I back out, then I'm joining a different collective.
Yeah.
And as that collective grows, it can overtake, it can outweigh. It can outweigh the present history repeating itself collective. So it's like you can back up, observe, and join the evolutionary collective.
Yeah.
Or stay in it and be in the history repeats itself collective.
Right. And be angry and frustrated and scared. And I mean, we all have some of that, right? But when it's excessive, I just want to mention, when anger is excessive, it has this blinding effect on our consciousness, our intellect. It's almost like if I'm angry, I'm looking at life through this tunnel, and I miss all the nuances on my left and right because I'm angry. And so I prefer to when I can, just be more clear-minded, and be part, like you said, the collective of evolution, the collective of being peaceful and creating a better world.
And trusting the universe.
Yeah, trusting the universe and feeling empowered and connecting with others who also feel empowered and making the world a better place. And some of that begins too, I might add, with just finding it within yourselves, within myself, the ability to have compassion for everyone. And if I'm able to do that, then I am open-minded to really finding positive changes. Because if I'm compassionate to everybody, of course I don't want to hurt those people. I don't want to hurt anybody. I just want to make things better. So how do we make things better? Oh, we take better care of ourselves. We get our energy from the sun. We share we all eat organic food. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, we reduce the air pollution. Oh, okay. It really simplifies things. But when we get caught up in the angry collective, then we're not.
We're at the mercy of their position.
They're feeding us. They're feeding our minds.
Feeding off of us.
Well, and both. They're feeding off of us, and they're telling us what to think.
Yeah.
What we need to do, what blah blah blah. And I'm like, and guess what? At that point, we lose our agency.
Yeah.
But if we can find clarity,
history repeating itself right there.
Oh yeah, right.
How many times, how many wars have people happily and proudly sacrificed their lives for somebody in power's
Oh, right.
decision.
Right.
You know, like,
Right.
oh, we're going to war.
Yeah,
Yay.
yeah.
Yay. Like, high five.
Yeah, no doubt.
This is great. I can't wait.
No doubt.
You
It's
know,
like
that's history repeating itself.
that is true. That is. And obviously, we're supposed to get past that. We're supposed to see the ridiculousness of that. Because that
And-
is completely ridiculous, but it is historic.
It is historic. And a lot of people think that it's ridiculous to step out of it.
Oh, right. Well,
You know?
yeah.
So I just want to point
Yes.
to that, right? Because I am somebody who believes in evolution. I believe in the universe. And I believe that the more I heal myself, the more I am a part of the healing of our collective, the
Yes.
more I'm a part of healing the psyche of humans,
Yes.
the more I am a part of the evolutionary cycle of us understanding how we can take care of each other.
Yeah.
But it first starts with stepping away from the old cycle.
Well,
And
yeah.
I want to say, I could be wrong. I could be full of
That's true.
crap.
Oh, yeah, it's
I
true.
could, but you know what?
Uh-huh.
I'm going to try. I'm going to try my darndest
Yeah.
to see the whole thing as
Yeah.
this beautiful human drama that's entertaining and horrifying.
Yeah, beautiful and terrible.
And it's you know, I have a choice, and my choice
yes, you
is to join the History Repeats Itself Club or to maintain an observable distance and work on my energy. And I think that's what Thich Nhat Hanh did. And
Yeah.
I think that's how he created such a magnificent ripple
Yes.
of human evolution
Yes.
by his ability to step back
Yeah.
and choose a totally different path,
He did.
which people ridiculed him for.
Yeah.
And yet he did it anyway.
Yeah, he did. And he got kicked out of his country for it because, just as a brief description.
But he was there for a while.
He was in Vietnam. He's a Buddhist, and it was during the Vietnam War. So the American jets were flying overhead and doing their thing, right? Where we're like fighting the spread of communism, right? That was the mantra. And but what Thich Nhat Hanh did is he refused to condemn anyone, and because of that, he got kicked out of the country. But he did start this huge movement.
He was there for a while. He
Yeah,
didn't
till he
get
got
kicked
kicked
out
out.
until he was actually doing well.
Right,
You know,
and then-
like at first everybody just thought he was ridiculous.
Well, who knows? His people probably didn't think he was ridiculous.
But as his people gained
power,
influence and
Yeah.
gained
yeah, he was a
people
threat
power, then he was a threat, and then he got kicked out.
Yeah, that's true. But a great man, truly one of the most enlightened teachers of my lifetime. I mean, I think that I know of. Who knows? There's probably enlightened people, in other places
That choose to remain
Yeah.
nameless. And
Yeah, and who knows what they're doing? There could be somebody, don't know.
yeah.
Don't know. But you know what? The bottom line to me, as far as like choosing, where I want my consciousness to be, like, is, and I want to say this too. I could be wrong, right? We want to stay humble, which is important. I could be wrong about this, but I personally believe that we are tremendous manifestors. And if I spend my life, my time being angry and hateful, I believe I'm part of that collective, that angry and hateful collective that manifests difficult things, terrible things for humanity. On the other hand,
Unconsciously.
yeah, without even knowing it. On the other hand, if I am part of the collective that works on being compassionate, if I'm part of the collective that works on trying to help each other, that works on trying to improve, just tries to empower humanity to see who we really are, essentially. I mean, and that's a spiritual thing as well. I believe we're all spiritual beings having a temporary human experience, but I think what goes along with that is we're all way more powerful than we understand. And if the collective of people who wants peace and and is compassionate and caring for everyone, that's what we'll create.
It might take a little while. I mean, there's a delay in manifesting, so it takes a little bit of while to trust and believe that things will shift. And if you put the time and effort in, it will shift. It might take a little bit.
I mean, for myself, though, if I can be have a peaceful mind for moments, there's an immediate benefit to that.
Oh, yeah.
Immediately, I feel better. Immediately, I have less anxiety. Immediately, I have less depression.
Immediately, you have clearer mind and able to
clarity.
Make better decisions.
Right, and those decisions are, how can we feed the world? How can we actually create all our electricity from the sun? You know, all these kind of things that we're right on the verge of all of that. We're right on the verge, but we could also be on the verge of just like fighting each other too. You know, it's like, it's a very interesting time. I'm glad to be here. But in my humble opinion, which could be wrong, I believe for myself, at least, if I can be part of the collective that believes, one way to describe it would be the conscious collective. And I believe in non-judgment. I believe in, finding moments of peace in my mind throughout the day. I believe in doing my best to make the world a better place. I believe in praying for peace. And for me, at least, it's been working as far as feeling, psychologically healthier and
less fear, more hope.
Yeah, and just feeling more empowered. And like I said, it might be wrong, but I believe that I'm honing in on reality. The reality of how powerful we actually are. And that's why, as far as things that are happening, technology that's emerging, I think it could go in either direction, such as the AI thing. It could go in either direction. I think it's up to us to help steer it into the direction of compassion.
Right.
Into the direction.
Into being an assistant to human health and well-being.
And guess what? I mean, my take on it is people are scared of AI. I get it. And perhaps there might be an AI war down the road, the good AI against the bad AI, which might be a completely digital experience, perhaps, but humanity needs help. Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. We're very, as we're becoming more technologically adept and we can create all this stuff, we still really struggle with basic, childish mindsets, really, like the warring mindset. It's really kind of childish. I mean, it was necessary. It's a caveman mindset that we're stuck in still. It's like, we need to fight over the water hole, which our ancestors did need to survive. And lo and behold, all of our ancestors, everyone who's listening to this, your ancestors were the people who survived those early wars over the water hole, et cetera, et cetera. So war essentially was necessary 100,000 years ago, but now it's not necessary. Obviously, we have enough water for everybody. Obviously, the war machine, I just want to make this point.
Okay.
Obviously, the war machine is one of the biggest polluters.
Oh, no doubt.
And for people who are against pollution and greenhouse gases and all this.
Bombs are really dirty.
Oh, man. Yeah, so I'm sure, I mean, if we were logical, the green movement would be very, very against war.
Yeah.
But those are just examples. We need help to evolving, and perhaps AI might give us some assistance, and perhaps AI might help us become more peaceful.
Yeah. And we're about to take a musical break, but I also want to just add that, the idea is to pause and back up from any sides, and whether or not we have enough water isn't the argument. it's whether or not we can decide to take a different path than history has taken. And we can go about things with curiosity. All humans have dealt with difficult times. It's part of being a human.
Yes.
It's part of the evolution of the soul and the psyche. And there's just no way around that. We're not going to have a perfect Eden. That is not what we're shooting for. There will always be some kind of complication that we have to deal with. But can we just go about it differently? And my request is that we take more time observing and less time making a decision. Or no, I didn't mean it like that. Take more time observing so that we don't make hasty decisions that mimic the past and how we basically feed the propaganda machine and give it our life, our vote, our energetic vote, our money vote, our willingness to fight each other when it's not our fight. Why don't they fight themselves? We don't have to fight for them, and to just realize that if they didn't have our energy, there wouldn't be a fight. We don't have to play their game. We can back out. Like, that's the true rebellion.
All right. It's a love rebellion.
It's a curious rebellion. Let's go about this different, y'all.
Yeah. We refuse to hate. How about that? That's a rebellion right there.
Yeah. I refuse to take sides because I think that, I have taken time to look at all the sides that are being proposed. And the languaging is all about trying to get my energy. And I refuse to allow anyone to have my energy. I got enough going on in my own personal life. I got enough, trauma to heal, trauma to process, things to get over that my mind has made up. Like the pretend worlds that we create from our conditioning is very real. And it's a very real thing to have to heal and face and deal with. And then adding on the complication of these, human powers that be thinking that all they got to do is get our undies in a knot and we'll do whatever they say. And if you just don't let your undies get in a knot, then we can make better decisions and we can possibly work together to make a totally different world where we don't even need those people to boss us around and tell us how to do things.
Right. Okay. So you want to have agency. You don't want to be told what to think.
Yeah, and I don't know what that means. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know.
Yeah, no, right.
But I'm willing to find out because I look at history, I look at how this all works. I look at how all these young people are like, yeah, let's go to war, and let's high five and yeah, we got this. And it's like, oh, wait. Listen to the mothers, listen to the grandmothers. We don't have to do it this way.
Yeah,
we can do it a different way. And that different way might be clunky. It might be different, just like strange in our DNA because it's just never been done before. Yeah. But we could try.
Sounds like a plan.
Sounds it's
fun,
more of a dare. I dare everybody to observe with less hasty judgment and ask who wants our energy and why, and do you need to give it to them?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll take you up on that, dare.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, why not? Life is short. We might as well do things different and see what happens.
Experiment, see how it feels.
I'm definitely a curious experimenter, and So we're gonna share a song with you. It's our Mindflow Radio, I guess, theme song we've been working on.
Yeah.
And Yeah, so after the song, we'll talk about how to imagine the future so that it can give us an aim, a goal to look at when things are difficult.
Thank you. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Free your mind.
Free your mind, free your mind, free your mind, free your mind, free your mind.
For me to be is to be free. Be here now.
Be here now, now be here. Free your mind. Now be here now, now be here.
Circles inside of circles. 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 Inside of circles.
The flower of life.
Infinity to the far reaches of our minds and beyond, streaking past the heavens to forever.
seated until we come to a complete stop. We hope you will fly with us again soon.
All right. How'd
Welcome
you like
back.
the song?
It's like a journey of its own.
It is. Sort of theatrical.
Free your mind. Yeah, I mean, that's been our message for as long as we've known each other, and since before we knew each other. It was like when we came together, it's like we found a comrade in similar trajectory, and it's been an incredible decade of growing and learning, and yet these things that we started with are still so true.
Well, and we did initially we came together through the music.
Yep.
And just as a side note, I was amazed at Jay because she could really just sing and understand a 5/4 rhythm like immediately. And that's what I'm partly what I'm into. Like that last song was in a 5/4 time signature. But anyway, that's how we got together, was playing. We should find that original song sometime.
I found it, but I can't figure out how to save it.
So
from
we're working
SoundCloud.
on it. The OG song.
Yeah.
It's sweet too.
It's a very beautiful song. Yeah.
But so we're thinking about me trying to tell a story now. And this is new for Mindflow Radio. It'll be a short story, of course. And I'll do my best to be entertaining. And of course, this is a story. This is not true. Just like any story, it's a work of fiction. All right. And it's about AI. All right. So there's this AI robot. His name is Ozzy. And Ozzy's job is to be a peacekeeper. That's his one role. And Ozzy lives in a big city, in the inner city. And Ozzy walks around the streets of this inner city, and he knows everyone. He's also trained to be a master therapist, a great listener, along with being a peacekeeper. And so he walks down the street, and he starts talking to people that he knows. Hi, Joe. How are you doing? Ozzy says, I'm giving out $5 today for anybody who wants it. Would you like $5, Joe? Do you want to talk about anything? So Joe is like, you sure? I'll take $5. Takes the $5. And Joe's like, well, I'm having struggles with my grandkids. And Ozzy listens to him, and they talk about the grandkids. And then Ozzy moves on, and Ozzy's walking down the street, and he notices a couple people in conflict. So Ozzy immediately, just completely courageously, completely calmly gets in between the people. Whoa. Let's talk about this, guys. There's no need for violence. Let's all just take a deep breath here, So he mitigates peace. That's Ozzy's job as he roams around. And he's on the street, 24/7, of course. And if there's really a difficult situation that he can't control, he immediately calls in backup. Maybe another AI peacekeeper comes to the scene to try and help calm everything down. And the neighborhood, the grandmothers in the neighborhood in particularly love Ozzy. The grandmothers, because they know that the streets are safer for their grandchildren. And they feel more at peace because of Ozzy, the AI peacekeeping robot. The end.
That's awesome.
How was it?
Yeah.
I was just winging it, by the way.
Yeah, I think
course.
that is very sweet. Like your take on AI and
that's a distinct possibility.
Yeah.
That's a distinct possibility. I mean, it could go either way. We've all been trained, by the way, to fear the Terminator, right? So that's in our collective unconscious, is AI is going to crush us. When in reality, AI is an extension of us. And perhaps AI is a divine gift that will help us become more peaceful and loving towards each other.
Well, I think what is very interesting with that proposed that way is how humans in general are good to their people in their own tribe, but not so good to people in a different tribe.
Absolutely.
And how can we train AI when we treat each other so horribly?
Well,
And then there's a very good reason to fear AI, because if AI is a extension of us and we treat each other like crap, then how could we ever expect AI to do anything better?
Yeah.
So my proposal is that we treat each other better.
Oh.
And that we work on our own values so that we can train AI to have better values too.
Indeed. And besides treating each other better, how about we treat ourselves better?
Well, there's absolutely
that's where it all begins. Let's watch our own internal dialogue, and are we beating ourselves up? Are we overthinking? Are we
I
what's
feel like
happening inside of each of us?
One area of concern for myself that I've been working on very strongly for over a year now is to watch my rumination better and to recognize when it's not serving me. It's painting the past on the present. I'm not enjoying the present moment. I'm not pausing to see the good around me because I'm so concerned that I am going to experience something that happened in my past that was bad to me in the future.
Yes.
And so I'm creating this bad moment in the present, which most definitely is going to bring that to pass in the future.
Right,
and
you're conjuring it, sort of.
Well, I'm just lining myself up with it.
Okay.
If you think about energy and how it's directional, a wave or a particle, and we can choose.
Yeah.
So if we are a wave of energy that aims ourself to repeat the past, then the past repeats itself, and we say, "See, it repeated. I knew it was going to happen."
Yeah, right. Well, we've conjured that at that point.
Right.
That's the thing. We're super powerful conjurers, only we have no idea that we do that.
Yeah.
So we're in this, that's kind of a ridiculous position to be in, but that is humanity, right? At this moment in time.
And so the part of this last year, which is so funny because I've been really studying so many teachers, different teachers, different teachings, and looking for where they weave together. And I've been doing that for way more than 1 year, but I've been practicing it for the last year. And the one thing that is so hard for me to do is to actually hone my mind and not allow myself to agree to go down the rumination path. So the suggestion is you see your rumination happen and you say, "No, mind, I'm going to be here now." And you work with your senses, you work with a mantra, you work with your breath, you turn on some music and sing or dance. You do something that brings you into the present moment to stop the rumination cycle.
Right.
But my mind says, but this is what's concerning me. This is what's weighing on me. And if I let myself think about it, it's going to get better. And then it doesn't get better. And then I am then close to panic, full on anxiety. And I'm going, oh, I did this.
Wow. Yeah.
And so I'm learning how to get I can't remember the word. There's a word for how long it takes you to remember to get back on your path. Mm-hmm. So you're on your path, doing your meditation, breathing, doing your qigong, life is good, treating people kindly, eating good food,
treating yourself kindly,
and boom, rumination hits. You fall off the path, go down old patterns, go down old loops.
Yeah.
And then that amount of time that it takes you that you're on that loop and that pattern and and you're back in self-loathing, back in victim stancing, and back in, oh, life is so hard, life is
Anger.
so hard. Yeah, I need to get back at those people. They owe me an apology. And then that time where you go, wait a minute, I'm doing this. I'm doing this to myself. I just brought the past into the present. The past is gone.
Yeah.
I can choose my present moment.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to go for a walk. I'm going to count my steps. I'm going to watch the leaves fall. And then that period of time is how you judge your progress. So as that period of time shortens, that's you progressing.
Yeah.
And as this time gets shorter and shorter, and then all of a sudden a thought pops up and you go, oh, do I want to ruminate? No.
Yeah.
That's when you win. You're like, win the game. But there's this long period of time, depending on your trauma and your background and your loops and your patterns and da-da-da-da-da. The time that it takes you to get, it's called infraction. That infraction period gets shorter and shorter and shorter, but the patience required to work with that and notice your progress, even if it's just a tiny millimeter of progress, is so valuable and important. And that's why we need tribe. That's why we need friends. That's why we need people that remind us like, oh, it sounds like you're ruminating. Do you want help coming back to center? You know?
That's great. And just, to what you're talking about, I would just like to psychologically analyze that a bit. Okay, so you're thinking about the past and you're ruminating about it. Excuse me. What I want to mention is that we're not talking about repressing the past. We're talking about, Jay's not talking about repressing the past. She's already analyzed the past. It's important that we take a look at the past and learn from the past, etc. But if we spend too much time there ruminating on it over and over and over, then we're disabling our own minds. Right? Rumination disables the minds. And most of us, guess what? Most of us suffer from rumination. And too much screen time, that'll make our minds ruminate too. Mm-hmm. Just saying, it's not just the past. Mm-hmm. It's like information overload. Boom, them. We're ruminating. So we live in a culture of overthinkers, of ruminators. So in other words, we're living in this culture of people whose minds are disabled. Mm-hmm. It's really interesting if you look at it that way. And then it starts making sense. Oh, that's why people are so easily manipulated, mm-hmm. right? Because the mind is disabled. Mm-hmm. And I suffer from rumination too. Mm-hmm. But what you're saying, Jay, is you want to see yourself ruminating and take yourself out of it. Mm-hmm. And, I've thought about this enough. Mm-hmm. I don't need to rehash this 1,000 more times. Mm-hmm. I mean, some people ruminate about the same stuff their entire life. Right. Let's face that. That's right. We don't want to be that way. We want to move forward, find peace, presence.
There's a little bit. Thank you for bringing that up, because the piece that I didn't think of in my little rant there is that part of the way of coming out of rumination is loving yourself enough to come out of it. So it's like seeing that, yes, there's this side of me that is hyper vigilant and ready to defend and attack at any moment. Yeah. But right now, it doesn't have to do that. Right. There is no threat in my direct moment right here, right now, unless there is. But that's a different story. Right. Yes. I'm talking about 99% of the time in my life, in my culture, at this time in my adult life. I do not experience direct threat very often at all. Right. But the threat of my mind is huge. And so it's not about repressing. Like you said, that is such a good point. It's about saying, hey, honey, I know you're really used to ruminating about these things and you really want to protect me. But, baby girl, it's okay. I got you now. I'm an adult now. Yeah. And I have my eyes wide open, and I can keep my eyes open to look for threats. But you know what? I'm going to enjoy this moment.
Yeah, good. Yeah, I love the positive self-talk aspect of that too. And I do the same thing. I mean, I can obviously beat myself up too, but sometimes I'll say, "You got this, bro." An interesting little side note is I've noticed recently, I'm like, "You got this, brah." Maybe that's the
You're
collective
getting modern.
I am.
That's funny.
I know. I'm like, whoa, I just said that to myself. Was that the collective, or I don't know how, but
it's possible.
anyway,
really.
yeah,
We
right.
are definitely affected by the collective.
You got this, bra.
I call myself baby girl because that's what my daddy called me, and I really liked that. But we do need to wrap it up. And so I just want to encourage everyone to have hope. Have hope. Play with these things. Give it a try. It's definitely more entertaining than most other things out there.
Life can be a great adventure.
Yeah.
What's an adventure mean? That means like discovering, exploring new things. It's not just doing the same thing over and over, has same thoughts over and over and over. That's not very adventurous. That's kind of a drag.
It's the pattern and it's got you.
Yeah.
So
and we want to evolve. We want to be in a pattern of spiraling upwards rather than stuck in one place. Once we start spiraling upwards, life can be vastly more magical than we realize, I believe.
And we have to find out, like we could judge people for trying, or we could just try it ourselves, and so our next song is Love One Another, and go figure, like what would happen if we loved one another? Not just the people that believe what we believe.
Yeah.
But actually, all humans, what would that be like? And I'm going to imagine that. I'm going to keep imagining that.
Yeah.
I'm going to do my best to be that. And it doesn't mean I'm going to go walk in the middle of some conflict because I'm not a robot. But I am going to keep my extreme judgments to an absolute minimum and be open-minded to see what the universe is going to bring. And I encourage you to join me in that curiosity. And I wish you all well and have a lovely month.
Yes. Peace and love to everyone.
Contrast to ask is how